About my dead mother, buddy.
They probably only met her mom for like a day or two before she left.
Is that why Ryan don't have a mom around?
That's David. Yeah, she's up your ass. I see what you look like. You look like a walking cancer patient, David. You know what I mean?
What the fuck do you mean by that, Gary?
Like that.
Tell these motherfucking people what the fuck do you mean by that? Why do you mean by he looks like a walking cancer patient? What is your meaning behind that?
I couldn't stand the stink in there if I went in his lobby or his apartment, you know what I mean? Them guys are nasty, you know that, right? And black people don't take a bath. Oh my God. They get these what they call ringworms in their head. Oh my God. And talk about lice. Oh my God. And the women are just as nasty. Oh God, no. I was like, what the? Oh. They stink that bad? Oh. And their clothes are probably all just, ugh, you know? Oh my God. Yeah, I had one of them.
We've had somebody take parts off of it since it's been sitting there. Oh. Yeah, they better be watching it. I catch anybody out here, I'm going to shoot them. He just bought a grill, and I think the grill...
Now, we opened up the playpen. We took out the baby maker and opened up the playpen.
Yeah.
Sweetie.
Alrighty, you guys. So, before we start tonight's video, my great friends over at Mako asked me, and they said they'd like to get me and Dad's opinion on this video. So, I said, fuck it, why not? But before we get into this, I want to tell you guys something. It's been 3 months, dude, and as of right now, there are five in 3 months YouTube channels that are dedicated, not really soul dedicated. There's like 3 that are soul dedicated. One that he just occasionally gets on and just pokes fun here and there. But there are 5 channels that make fun of this man. So
we're trying to stop a bad man from having a voice.
So with that being said, that's 3 months. Can you imagine what a year? Because this shit ain't stopping. And tonight he gets on a live stream. Well, I mean, Dad, I work in the garage. I have it playing just so I can hear him talk shit because it's comical. A lot of the shit, like, we don't know what we're doing with a Model T, and I need to grow up and stop sucking my daddy's dick. Well, at least I know my biological father. Do you, Barry? Oops, my bad. You run your mouth about my dead mom, which is cool. That's besides the point. You made fun of cancer patients. You said, and I quote, fucking Jeffrey, which is what you call him, Jeff, over at Mako, looks like a fucking walking cancer patient. Well, Barry, what'd you mean by that? Huh? What'd you mean? Did you mean something? What'd you mean? Just curious. I mean, because I think we all know, something's wrong with the way, when you have a fucking disease and it's taking every fucking thing from you, to making you wither away in a bed, making you lose your hair, and slowly killing you. There's something wrong with that? Is that what you're saying? Just like there's something wrong with mixed race babies, African American people, Latino people? Because these are all, there's nothing wrong with somebody killing a fucking 6-week-old baby, though, right? There's nothing wrong with that. You back that. You're totally support that, right? But things you can't help, being gay or trans or anything like that, you can't help that. You're born that way. You can't help the color of your skin. You can't help your nationality. You can't help if you get cancer. But yet you are the first one to talk about God and Jesus and karma. You're a good man though, right? It's horrible to be any of the things I just listed, except for a baby killer. You completely support that. You believe that your friend shouldn't have to go to jail and serve just measly old 2 years for killing a 6-week-old baby.
You know, that baby from the
Yeah.
21-year sentence. And her family did.
But everything I just said is fine, is perfectly something wrong with it. Out of your own mouth. I don't believe this, but you believe this, because I believe that you want the truth. If Mr. Wilson, if there's any justice in the world, he'd be buried underneath the fucking prison. Once you take a child's life or hurt a child, you don't get a second chance. There's no redeeming you. You are fucking scum. I don't care if the baby was crying. I don't care what it was. There's no fucking excuse for that. Just like there's no excuse for you talking all the horrible shit you do. But you're a good guy, right? No, you're a piece of shit. And the more and more we dive deep and the longer this goes on, you just keep saying the off-the-wall, stupid, racist, ignorant-ass shit to where I can catch it and I can put it out here, and then the more and more people are going to see this. You don't think that out of your measly 137 people that watch, you don't think at least 20 of them had somebody that died from cancer, Barry? Somebody that they loved and they cherished, and they watched that person wither the fuck away to absolutely nothing? There is karma, Barry, and you shouldn't have said things like that. But this is the same man that's so fucking lazy and out of shape that he needs a lift chair to help him get out of the chair.
This is the same man that didn't say, my mom died, I miss her so much. He literally said, I had to jump the Cadillac converters off my car after my mom died just so I could eat. Well, what do you mean by that, Barry? What was different after your mom died when you had to jump the converters and you didn't before she died? Think about the words he said, guys. I mean,
because I'll have you know, again, you say you don't do nothing, you haven't done nothing to me, right? Even though you've done multiple things. But this is another personal subject. You're basically attacking my family. I've had 2 uncles die from cancer. I've had a grandpa die from cancer, and I just recently had my fucking grandpa. Not my great-grandpa, my grandpa diagnosed with leukemia, you fucking piece of shit. But yet you haven't done nothing to me. You know, making fun of people with cancer, that's all fine and dandy. Making fun of mixed-race people. Talking about how African-Americans are nasty. All this shit, that's acceptable, right? That's okay. Because, Barry, I've seen what cancer does to people. And if there's any fucking justice in the world just for you uttering them fucking words, you'll get it. And then Ryan will have to watch you wither the fuck away. And I really wouldn't wish that on Ryan, but for you, that's karma.
Karma will decide that, not you or I.
So let's get into this.
Alright guys, welcome back to Bear and Son Garage. Our last video was the Mach 1 fuel sending unit replacement, and you guys seen how easy that was. I checked the time on that. It was 15 minutes. The gas tank out on the ground, sending unit in, gas tank back in. It took 15 minutes. So you guys can see how easy it is, you know, to do this kind of work. It's not hard. It doesn't take a lot of time. You know, it takes effort, sure. It takes effort. It takes determination, you know, to get the job done, you know. So our job is right here.
Barry,
Our job is to get the Challenger out of the garage.
He unbolted the truck floor and pulled the truck floor out.
We got to change the tire on the Mach.
We got to take the tire off.
Swap out the tire, got to fix that tire. I'm not really sure. So we're looking for a hubcap tool. So we come in the garage to look for a hubcap tool, and I can't find it. I don't know why. I put it somewhere. I remember seeing it last week, looking for it, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to need that, you know? No, I don't know where to put it.
You don't need a fucking hubcap tool to pull a hubcap, guys.
You need a fucking flat screwdriver.
Our
Tire tool.
skills are still lacking.
They sell them, but yeah, I mean, why would anybody buy them anymore? People don't use hubcaps on cars anymore. It's just a fucking screwdriver, man.
We had to move out in a hurry.
I guarantee you, fucking,
and everything
no other
was just
channel
put in here and
talks
just
about using a
dropped.
fucking...
You know, nothing was organized, nothing was arranged, and you could tell.
I'm glad that Dad pointed that out about other channels. So, one thing I forgot to mention in my little rant before I started this was Barry's on live, right? And he's knocking, saying that my other channel isn't going to succeed and all this other shit. And YouTubers can't have 2 channels and still succeed. You only need one. No, bitches without practice that don't know how the fuck to handle. If you can't handle 1 channel like Beamer, then you're not going to be able to handle 2. You know, he could barely handle 1 fucking channel, let alone 2. But I guess other YouTubers that are big time YouTubers that have multiple YouTube channels that have, you know, extras and side channels, you know, their channels are failing, right? They're making more fucking bank than you are with your piddly ass $58. But that's besides the point, right? Besides the point, though, right, Barry?
You can't make 1 channel. You tank your son's channel because this shit will catch on eventually. Eventually, the racist, especially the racist shit you said, will be picked up on.
But I did want to say this. I'm not going to go into any real details. But later this summer, Barry, you're going to see something on the main channel that is going to physically make you so mad that you'll probably bring back Mr. Robbins. I'm not going any more detail than that. Just watch and stay tuned. You're going to be so livid, Barry. And that's going to be so fucking funny.
And 10 years later, our organization skills,
Which you
aren't
have
much
done.
better, you know, we got a suitcase there full of parts. And I thought that was, you know, my organization was.
Oh, yeah.
And I can, you know, barely even get in there without something falling. So.
Hey, Barry, when was the last time you used that valve spring compressor?
Hubcap tool. One good thing was.
Looks like a cheapy AutoZone one. You could afford a good one.
I found my punches and my chisels. I've been looking for these.
And they're not even brass.
So
Wow.
I'm pretty happy about that.
Non-marring, huh,
I've
Barry?
been struggling for punches and chisels, and I found a whole set, and I think I see a second set.
And look, dude, this
Over
garage could be nice, but it's packed
Maybe that's a
full of
second set
just
chisels. I'm not sure
debris
what it
and
is.
junk.
As far as the structure of the garage goes, it's nice and large.
I mean,
the second set of chisels. Punches?
if I had this shop, it would not look like this. First of all, that wall would
It's
be
a whole set of
gone.
wrenches, Vicksburg, and they're metric. Well.
I mean, look, he's got
Yeah,
fucking
do it
old
there.
water bottles underneath the
We got some
bench.
good
He's
tools
got
here,
fucking
just,
dog
you know,
treat
gotta
boxes.
arrange
I mean,
things and clean things up.
what's the point?
You know, right here, we're going to start with this car right here. We're gonna
Oh,
start
this is
getting
glorious, you guys.
car cleaned off.
I got my
down
phone.
on its
This is
feet.
glorious.
Finish this window here. Put everything back inside, other than just this driver's seat. I'm not putting the interior right back in it.
Remember, this is a 340. He knows it's 340.
And then we're going to fire this bad boy up. Should have turned on the light for the camera so you can see it better. But that's a 340. It's got a racing TA block, which TA means Trans
Listen.
Am. So the block is a racing block. This is a bad boy right here.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is my 74 Challenger.
2-second quarter mile, huh?
Here TA block, I'm going to say 70. I haven't ran the numbers.
See, how the fuck do you know all these things?
How do you know it's a 340 then, Barry? If you haven't ran the numbers, how do you even know it's a TA block? It could be a fucking 318. How do you know it's a 3... Do a video. You want to make some good content, you know, you need an extra $40, right? To make $70 this month? I mean, that's pretty weak. That's your monthly check is $70. Wow.
He's got to make the payment on RTO loop check.
That's pretty weak, dude. I've seen some big YouTubers and their checks, dude, and their checks are triple that in a month. But that's besides the point. How to go out there, pop the hood, get your lazy ass underneath the car, and show us the casting numbers on the side of the block where it says 340. Then I want you to pop the valve covers off and give us the head casting number.
Fuck that. You better tell because the motherfucker, I'm not even saying how.
Yep.
But you tell that's the TA block.
Yep.
And
So
then,
so prove it, Barry. This would be a good quality content for you. You like proving us wrong and everything. I mean, you call it a TA performance block. How do you know it's a TA block? How do you know it's a TA block? You know, the performance block. How do you know it's a 340? I mean,
So go to 340 and 318 share saying damper and all that shit.
yeah.
How much bounce or whatever you want to call it.
340s are basically, I mean, the oil pans are the same. Ask me how I know. 318 and 340 oil pans are the same. 360 are different.
We got a 340 Ford crank and
Yeah.
all kinds of shit out there. Man.
But Every time I look down, I see Lipstick's video and I'd start chuckling in my head.
Barry made the comment, how do you say that? Oh, I don't want to get him financially. I don't want to get him. I want to have him arrested. I want to have him put in jail. Barry, it's because we haven't broke the law. We can react to your channels. You put out misinformation. You said the things we said you said. There's nothing you can do besides talk shit at this point.
I look for him to mount off Saturday, hoping, because he knows that I pack, he's hoping I'll be that stupid to.
Listen, we go to swap meets. I have a right to go. Like I said, this is what's going to happen if he mounts off. Well, I'm going to say, look, bitch, are you going to put your fucking hands on me? Because I'm under no obligation to put my hands on you. I never threatened to put my hands on you. Never said I'm going to beat you up, Barry. But you have me. That means you owe me an ass whipping. Be a man of your word. Either put your hands on me or shut the fuck up because you look stupid in front of other people. And I'm going to say, you're not going to put your hands on me, right, bitch? So now you're my bitch and I own you for life. From here on out, you won't be Barry. You'll be bitch. And I'm going to say, I'm going to walk off and I'm going to turn around and walk away. You know what I mean? Because he's a bitch. I've never once said I'm going to beat up Barry Beamer.
That reminds me. Barry mentioned that we don't know what the fuck we're doing with the Model T. At least we know how to make a point system work there, Barry. At least we know how to rebuild an engine.
Compare and find top financial products today.
I guarantee, on a real fucking serious note, I bet my engine tools get used more than your wrenches get used.
I can get this great car of ours out.
Yep.
I can fire this
How's
in
that
for
happen?
you guys back at home that can listen to this radical 340
Radical.
and the 456 Pod.
I ran numbers, but it's 340.
I did a bunch of work to it. I replaced the spring rail.
Yeah, look at.
I painted a
Show
whole
him, Barry.
piece of it.
Show him.
The spring rail over
Show
there.
him your
You see
glorious
I'm gonna do
booger
that
welds.
right now. But we'll get to that.
He tried to cap it, dude.
So let's get to the manga.
I mean,
So I'm gonna
Maybe
put you on this
Mr.
apparatus.
Baby Killer did it for
Is
him.
that still there?
No, he didn't.
It's still there. I'm gonna put you on this apparatus we got here that my great son got for me.
Some buys you everything, Barry. You haven't bought one fucking thing. Oh.
That's still there? Yeah. You're still there.
What a fucking YouTube
Okay.
joke.
Let's try this again.
Oh, that's good shit. Wow, the sky looks really pretty, Barry.
I don't want to sit in there.
I mean, the motherfucker don't even know. He goes, it's called a dermatologist.
Okay.
You fucked up.
You guys are secured, I think.
Yeah,
this
you
time.
need to play that.
We're gonna do that
No,
one next.
man, the dermatologist is a doctor you go
So
see
because
over
we don't
with
have
scabies
a
or
proper-
whatever you got biting your leg.
Hubcap tool, we're going to have to improvise with what we got here.
If I only had a brain.
And what we got here is just a typical screwdriver. One of my favorite kinds, magnetic. And we'll take the easy ring off.
Because you're the man of steel, Barry. It just sticks to you, don't it?
And a full crowbar. Just an old tire iron. Cool.
I love how, on a serious note, I love how the man that says that we do nothing, we made plug wires today, we got a 350 to run. He fucked with a lawnmower.
I don't even say anything while I do it.
Fuck me. Dude's such a fucking dumb fuck.
I don't need to validate.
The jack, the plunger going.
Oh, he's a hype man. He wants to talk about me taking your dick out of my mouth. Well, I ain't on PlayStation trying to hype people up.
They don't have 10 miles on them.
I mean,
My son bought these tires.
listen to one of his videos, dude. He's a hype man.
They just been sitting around.
Barry, that you talk so much
And,
shit
well,
and that dead man
there you
just
go.
flat out ignores you and moves
What
on.
happens when you
You'll
let
be
guys
like,
sit around, you
fuck, the
don't
losers
abuse
don't
it.
do that, and he'll just move on.
You don't
Or
abuse
just talk
it.
about something else. I mean, you're on your
Just
own.
use it.
And if that dead man knows what you are and still supports you, then he
You'll
must
be
have
a
something in common with you.
13,
So either he's
Or something
attracted to
here.
young kids, I mean, racist, I mean, you have to have something to say
So
you're
we're
in the
gonna go
right.
green
Or he ain't
with
seen
our
everything.
power
He's got AIDS, dude. Is what he's got.
from
I
AutoZone,
have no
24
doubt.
volt.
Opinion,
We
folks.
don't think it's
It's
going to have enough
opinion.
guts
We can have an
to do
opinion.
it.
Well, I mean, those are lesions. I mean,
Your opinion.
To do it.
yes, because I am not a doctor.
I just fully charged it.
It's called dermatology, you dumb fuck.
People put on most
Dermatology is one something that the dermatologist practices dermatology.
That's done.
I mean, that's the practice of a dermatologist. Dermatologist. dermatitis or something like that, but that's not what it is either. I mean, it's fucking tribal lesions. I mean, fucking
Why don't you
early fucking HIV.
Why don't you graduate up to a fucking?
It's funny as fuck. He talks about, he goes, it's a dermatologist on my legs. So you got a doctor stuck to your fucking legs, dumb shit. Then he proceeds to say, something's biting me on my legs, I don't know what it is. So you're so bullshit. It's from fucking bed bugs. Please.
Hey Barrett, why don't you graduate up to a DeWatt, Impact, a real man's Impact, or a Milwaukee?
She's got the 9-inch.
Hang on a minute.
She's got some air shocks. She's got the.
Hey Dad,
Hey, what?
come look at this. Tell me if you think his frame rail's been replaced.
What's this?
Only Brad Chambers
Yeah.
can bring an outsider's vision to life, like Mitch Daniels once did. Chambers will
Here's
focus on
Mach 1, that's 10 times
Yeah.
nicer than David Fryburgers.
You know,
Yeah.
the best things in life are free. Water, air, true
That's two
love,
commercials in 5
and
seconds.
Tubi, of course.
I fucked up, hit the wrong button.
Watch all your
I
favorites.
was gonna say, he's banking on us watching this to double up on the commercials.
Don't ask
So you get to
questions.
7.6.
Just go.
Download Tubi today.
She's got the dual.
That frame rail there has ever been replaced, Dad?
Metal
I
work
can
has been
see.
done to this thing. Frame rails, rear
Where
frame
at?
rails, trunk floors, all new in this car.
You're full
Four
of shit.
pans are new.
Maybe up there. I can't tell if that's weld or.
That's a rough ass car, Barry. I mean, look at the rock on
Look
the
where it
wall.
goes in the torque boxes in the back,
Yeah.
man.
And this is a real 69 Mach 1. You can see the stripes. Those are Mach 1 stripes. They're
Oh.
not been added on.
That
These are
tells you not to
original-
VIN, Barry?
It's original paint.
It's because he's got that tape. That's why. Yeah, that
Yeah.
frame rail's got holes in it. Look, just take that
This
same
is
white
my
tape.
baby.
Look at that. Look
Yep.
at the top where it comes down.
I've had this car since
That
1982.
same white tape is on that
The
frame
frame
rail.
rail's never been
Go
replaced.
around to the back here and you'll see
Not by
the
hand.
reflective stripe that's on the back. And the Mach 1 insignia right there. This is
I
the
mean,
real
acts
deal.
like any
Holyfield.
of that matters, dude.
This is no clone. This is no fake.
Who the hell cares?
This is a 69
Like, on a
Mach 1.
serious-
Numbers match
1969,
your
there
car,
was
too.
fucking. I looked it up. There was like 5 million in fucking cars.
It's so fucking rotted and so rough. Like, I mean,
love this car.
it's not worth
I
restoring.
hope you guys like it as much as I
It's a
do.
two-row
'Cause
fucking barrel, man.
I've been in love with this car since the 80s.
That's the car that your mom would have
I
bought.
remember
Drive
when
around.
I bought it. The original owner.
Hey, Barry, at least David Fryburgers was a 4-barrel.
And the engine, we've talked about this engine several
And he had a
times.
Cleveland.
Oh, this is good.
This engine is a 351 Windsor, and it's a numbers matching original engine. It was a 250 horsepower 2-barrel factory, but I had the engine rebuilt by the great Kevin Mahorny. He had a shop called the Mock Shop.
Let's fact check.
And Kevin, he completely redid this thing.
Listen.
And what he did was he took it and he took it to another level. He punched it 30 over, put in 10.5 to 1 slug pistons, flat top, TRW flat top pistons in it.
We're getting it.
Then the heads were redone by him with a 3-angle valve job and
3-angle, huh,
a
Barry?
special
Wow.
cam he spec'd out for
You're
it
an idiot.
that was matching to an intake and a carburetor that you see sitting on it. Torque tube intake, 750 dual line, single pump, vacuum secondary, Holley carburetor.
Okay.
It's all matching. Had to buy that
Awesome.
carburetor just for his setup.
Now listen.
Bit-
First of all, he changed the carburetor. So by your logic, Barry, by you changing the carburetor, didn't you fuck up everything he did? Didn't you fuck up the winning combo? Second of all, you can punch an engine as deep as you want to punch it. You can take it to 60 over. What the fuck does that have to do with the same fucking old heads that you have on it? Don't matter how many angle valve job he did on it. If the heads ain't been ported or opened up or anything, it's not going to do you much good. Now, yes, you're going to get a little more horsepower with more compression. I'm not saying that. I'm saying for an engine to actually make power, if you bore it out, you also have to work the heads. I mean, you have to increase the flow so that compression does what it's supposed to do. Pulls in more gas and pushes out more air. So, Barry, your logic is fucking flawed, dude. All the way around, it's flawed. You sound plumb dumb. A 3-angle valve job. Well, what do you fucking think that did for horsepower? Fuck me, man.
The distributor itself is a new distributor my son just recently picked up for me offline. It's a HEI distributor.
You talk about everybody else living off everybody.
The
You
firing
give up
order
your
on this
son.
thing is not the typical 351 Windsor firing order.
I don't know how
This has a
he
302
fucking lives with
firing
himself.
So the cam, I guess it's a 302 cam, but the cam is spec.
Hey, does that
matched
fuel,
to
is
the-
that
to the
on
pistons,
the right way?
intake, and carb.
No, fuck no.
And
Mention it. It's on, right?
here's the fuel line all
He's
hooked
got the
up.
fucking filter on backwards. Of course he does. I
And
mean,
I
look.
got a
The
hook
fuel
up.
filter's even on backwards. Jesus Christ.
this thing's ready to go. Ready to put a battery and some gas in the tank, see if it leaks, make sure it doesn't leak.
So it's a 351
And
and a
this
302
puppy will
firing
be
order.
running.
Huh.
The only thing I can think of besides the brakes that have to have some done work to it is a new clutch in it.
I'm
I
not
have to
looking at
adjust that
because
the clutch
it's not making a lot
rod.
of sense.
It has to have a little adjustment done to it. And
Well,
it'll be
they
back
might
there.
have the same fire.
And I need two
order,
bolts on the shot, or
I
excuse
know
me,
certain
on the
302s
race
have
tower
fire orders
for the
302s.
shot.
That's the HOs.
For the shot towers, there's two bolts I'm missing over there, right there for this brace right here. So I'll find two bolts, and I'll find two, I'm sure, and it's a collection of parts that I've been collecting for years and years and years. Okay, guys, so you see what we're doing? We're gonna get on this tower. You'll have to wait till the next video for that. We're
That's
gonna try to
Barry.
dismount
You are
this tower
so fucking
by hand
stupid.
and show you guys how to do one by hand. So stay tuned
So
for the
he
next
just
one,
said that this thing has a
guys. And I hope you
Ford,
enjoyed it.
has a 302 firing order, right?
Yeah.
So just one quick Google search.
You got the same, right?
No, the 260, the 302, and the 351 Windsor all accept the same cam, just different firing orders. Therefore, it goes on to another thing. They all have different firing orders, Barry. Quick Google sorts.
Yeah,
From vintage, this is from Vintage Mustangs. That's what the site's called.
Okay, read it again.
Cams will interchange, which we all know, between the 302 and the 351. The 351 Windsor has a different firing order than a 289 or a 302. A firing order for a 351 Windsor is 137-26548 compared to the 289 and 302, which is 154-26378.
Yeah, that's what he's saying, though. That's what he just said. He said it must have a 302 cam in it. That's what he's saying.
Well, if the cams will interchange, the firing orders would still be different. It's literally saying that the cams will interchange, the firing orders are different.
I agree. 100% agree.
The show.
We're all the same.
See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.